on behalf of my husband and 4 of my 5 children who are all here today, I want to welcome you and thank you all for coming today. It is thrilling for those of us who care so much about what direction our country is going in and what direction the great state of New Hampshire is headed in, to see so many people show up for an event like this on a wet Saturday, September afternoon. So my first comment is thank you so much. Please give yourselves a round of applause, because you are the ones who are going to make the change that we so desperately need. Too humble to raise their hands and tell us who they are, but I always like to start by reminding you that there are millions of folks who have served in the United States military over the decades, over the generations, who have literally laid themselves down to protect our right to gather anywhere we please and talk about and say anything we please, and they deserve our forever unending gratitude. Mob here today. Any of you here? I want to hear from you. Is the unhinged mob in the house? Yes. If you're part of the unhinged mob, you have to sound unhinged. Can I tell myself or something, Dennis? What did I do here? Where did Dennis go? He stopped me. Just stand still. Stand still. I don't know how to stand still. Okay. I'm thrilled to have everybody here today. I just want to remind everybody, we are all here for the same reason. We are all working toward the same goals. We are faced with a government at every level, whether we are looking in Concord or looking in Washington, D.C., that has become too big, too intrusive, and too expensive. That's what we're fighting against. That's what this event is all about. I'm grateful for the people who on the Nashua Republican City Committee who worked so hard to put this event together, who worked so hard to support all of our local candidates. I want you to know we had over 140 people through the front door today. We have raised thousands of dollars to support great local candidates to send them to Concord next year. This is only the beginning. When we stand together and we fight for what we know is right, we always succeed. And you look at everyone you've heard from today, we are going to have a great candidate for Senate this year, whatever happens in that race. We're going to have a great candidate for governor. We're going to have a full slate of great candidates at the local level, and I promise you, we will have a great winning candidate in the 2nd District of New Hampshire as well. Of introducing our keynote speaker tonight, and this afternoon, and I'm just thrilled that she's here with us. Edie Hill, I know everybody in the place knows who Edie Hill is. I don't have to say very much. I want to tell you a little bit about what I know about her. When I first started my radio show several years ago, I was trying to get good, credible voices that could come on the air in Nashua, New Hampshire, and talk about the issues that are so important to us. And I made some phone calls to some national people who don't normally take time to do local radio, to do even state radio like we have. And I called Edie Hill one day, somehow got through all those people at Fox News and got her on the phone. And she said, I'd be happy to, no problem. And she has become a semi-regular guest on the show ever since. And we've developed a nice personal friendship as a result of that. One of the things I admire so much about Edie is, as most of you know, I'm the mom of 5 children. And it is an extraordinary, joyful, challenging experience to be the mother of 5 children. Edie Hill is the mother of 8 children. And to me, that combined with the fact that she is a woman who is willing to stand her ground, who knows how to make her voice heard, who isn't afraid to take on the old boys and the big guns and stand up and say when something is right and when something is wrong and to fight for that. that. I admire her so much. And I am so pleased to have her here with us. And Kelly, for those of you who criticized her, Edie Hill is the farthest thing from a Washington insider that you're ever going to know. I need to warn you. I need to put you on alert. Because what you probably don't know about Edie Hill is that she is and comes from a long line of registered Democrats. But what I always say about her is that she is my favorite Democrat, because she will tell you this is not her father's Democratic Party. They do not stand for or fight for what makes us great as a nation. We are so blessed to have been born into this extraordinary country. The democracy that our founding fathers crafted so carefully for us is precious. It is a treasure, and it is worth standing up and fighting for. That's what we're all doing together. That's why Edie has come to help us make this event so successful. I'm very pleased to have her here in our home, and I'd like to welcome and introduce you to, after 10 years at Fox News, she has finally reached the pinnacle of her career, joining us here in Nashua.